Stress management is one of the most important aspects of life. If I had known about stress management a few years ago, I would not have needed to self-isolate as much as I did. I self-isolated so much. Um, Not just a few years ago, but it's just been an ongoing thing. It's like almost a pattern for me to like self-isolate. Like when I feel anxious or stressed or depressed, like you will not hear from me, you know what I mean? And I'll disappear, I'll go away because I have to. It's like my like coping mechanism or whatever. So, if I had just known a little bit about stress management in years prior, I maybe would not have isolated myself from from the world. However, I went on X the other day and I saw a quote about self-isolation and how self-isolation can actually be very helpful when one is trying to understand themselves and realize themselves. And um you know this mic is suddenly like bothering me. I kind of wish that I didn't use it today, but whatever, we're just gonna keep on kicking like we do. um I still have to like realize balance all the time and like manage my like stress levels and all these things because I'm somebody that short circuits. Like I get very very stressed out very easily. Like if you give me anything good, I'm like suspicious of it and I get stressed out because it's a trauma response, and I'm not perfect. I'm still like healing and but at the same time, I'm learning as well that we shouldn't be thinking that way about ourselves. We shouldn't be thinking about because one of my mentors teaches this how, when we constantly think that we're healing, uh and that we're not in the healed state, then we can't actually be in the healed state. Does that make sense? So you have to know that you are constantly like a work in progress, but at the same time, you have to be now. You have to be there now. You have to be healed now. You have to be whole now. That's how you actually quantum leap there. So that's what like manifestation is in a nutshell, right? So like you are there now. Um and that proves to be very helpful for me, like when I realize that I'm doing well, or when I realize that I am happy and healed and like, you know, you may be wondering, healed from what, Seema? Like what have you gone through? Just life, babe. Like does not life happen to you? Life happens to everybody. So um so healing is a constant thing, but if we can just be in the healed state here and now, we are successful. That's what success really is. Success is peace, it's joy, it's happiness. And so often we let our peace and joy get stolen from us by circumstances or situations or things that may even be new coming into our life that are new. Like I've experienced this so much, guys, where I will get so stressed out if like something or someone new is coming into my life and I'm like, who are you? What are you? Like like it's not ideal. It's not ideal. But it's like the natural response, I think, especially like as we grow, you know what I mean? Like we just we become less like intuitive in that way. And if we just like look at how children live, like they're so free. So I personally make it a point to like live like a child. Like that's my thing, be you and have your purpose and work hard and be extremely spiritually mature as much as you can through going through your own processes and learning from them, but at the same time live like a child, and seek to live like a child, especially within connections and relationships and friendships, because oh my god, that is like the whole point of life. That is like the whole point of life, like to have beautiful relationships and friendships. And I didn't always realize this. I didn't always think this way. Like my if you'd asked me this 2 years ago, I would have said no. Like the most beautiful aspect of life is like going within and refining your internal world and ascending, and refining your vibrational state and raising it, and I still believe that's the case. I still believe that we are on an individual journey here, but when we can share our journey with people of like minds and like hearts, like it just makes you feel alive. It just like makes you, it brings life to you. Relationships and friendships, they bring life. And That's why, like, I don't really like any negative aspect of relationships at all. Like, I don't like anything that has to do with like friendship breakups or like relationship breakups or endings or whatever. So, to me, like, if we can just avoid all of that and like be tight forever, like loyalty is really, really important. And I think loyalty is based first off of friendship and having similar minds, sharing similar minds. That's like the most important thing, um, in anything, in business, in marriage, which is like, if you think about it, like human beings made up marriage. Like, we just made it up. Like honestly, if you actually just look at it from like that perspective, and you analyze like why it's there, like who benefits from like two people getting married, like there's a whole system in place, right, that is tied to that. Is that correct? I'm pretty sure like there's a government involvement in some way. I've never been married, so I don't know. And I think that when you can just simplify your relationships and your connections and make them pure, like make them around fundamental principles, make them around similar viewpoints or values, like that's the most important thing. Shared activities and hobbies is like not that important when it comes to friends. Like I've never, guys, been able to sustain friendships that are superficial. Like I just will get bored and just it's not, you know um possible. And I think we all are deep. Like we're all deep people, but we just may feel afraid to like exercise that depth or like showcase that depth, right? So a lot of us walk around not having deep connections with others. And what do we all crave? We crave deep connection. Like we really do. And you know, a lot of pain comes from the aspect of relationships. Like if you were to sit five people in front of me and if I asked them, "Hey, like, what's your like main point of pain? Like where do you feel pain? Why are you in pain? If you are, or like what issues do you have in your life? Okay, you have money problems. Why? There's probably something going on internally, right? Within the heart usually, within the self concept. Like people don't know who they are. They don't know how brilliant they are and how deep they are. And so because of this, because they don't know themselves, right? Know thyself. And because they don't have a refined self concept, they cannot go around being confident enough to make deep connections with others. Because they don't know themselves. They don't know what their interests are, even their deep interests, you know? Um, like, okay, great, you like skateboarding. Like, why? Because you are a happy, skilled, vibrant, talented individual and you deserve to be surrounded with the same. So it's kind of about seeing yourself at a deeper level, you know, um, and really loving the parts of you that you may have hidden away or tucked away. Do you guys know what I mean? Like for example, when I was a child, I used to like play around in my like mom's dresses and heels and like tunis, like scarves and saris and everything. And you know, it wasn't, it was just something I would do, and I would get like lost in my own world. I would always like play pretend, like that was me. You would find me twirling around somewhere, singing or like something. And that's still me now because I've chosen to like tap into who I am and like showcase that, but it took time. It took time for me to like come back to myself and realize that, oh my gosh, who I am is like pure consciousness, and I can do whatever I want. And if I want, I can twirl around like wearing anything I want. And of course, like these things are not seen as like societally common, even. It's not common to understand yourself. It's not common to be wise. It's not common to have morals and values. It's not common to exercise them and to talk about them and to showcase them and to coach and to teach and to film, and like this stuff is not like common. So of course, like you will have haters that just like hate on everything you do because you are pure innocence, and they don't like that because they have not had the courage to go within themselves and find out who they are. And so, I've had to deal with this hate since a very young age too. Like, do you guys think that, this was something that I, have ever been without or like avoided? No, like I'd be like, putting on makeup and stuff from a very young age and just like, dressing up. And then I'd have someone in my ear saying, like, you're wrong for doing this. Like, don't do that. That's not allowed. Like, you're not okay to do that. Like, um, go do something productive. I was a kid. And so as an adult, you know, we get stifled by other adults who have not earned the title of adult, who are actually children that have just, never actually matured. They're just in a grown body. You have to earn the title of adult. You earn it through inner work. You earn the title of maturity rather through inner work. But you know, you have people that are not great musicians or artists or successes because they have someone in their ear saying, don't do this, don't do that, that's not okay, you're wrong for that. And it stifles other people. It's very toxic. It's very inorganic. Expression is organic, love is organic, sharing is organic. Hiding away, being anxious, being in your fears, or eliciting fear within someone else, that's not organic, that's toxic. And I've been on that side of things where I would have somebody, you know, come at me with that toxicity and I would isolate. That's my response, or it was my response. And I just want to come